Hello everyone. As you can see, I'm at a very cool location, Ibex Dunes. It is incredible. This YouTube video is honestly going to be all over the map. I had one plan and now it has switched and pivoted to another one, and it's basically now based around the unexpected things that happen when you go out and do photography. Maybe you have an idea. Again, I had a plan for the video I was going to put out, but it's totally changed and shifted to the image that I'm going to show you that I created, which was just magical. And yeah, I'm having a blast on the tour with Josh. I'm so tired. It honestly is a lot of work, and it's really tricky to film for YouTube and do all of this at the same time, but I'm able to still get some stuff because I do have some of my own free time. So I'm just focusing on creating and filming, and I want to show you as much as I can, and I'll probably have to do a little bit of voiceovers because I just don't have the time to like talk to the camera while I'm out here. But anyways, I want to break down this image that I created at the sand dunes at Mesquite. It wasn't at Ibex, that's where I'm currently sitting, parked my butt right now. It was amazing. Again, it was so unexpected, and sometimes things just happen that just totally throw you for a loop and kind of pull the rug out from under you, and you end up creating something that you did not think was possible. So that is what this video is all about, the unexpected. So this is essentially the scene that I'm photographing. I'm not going to show you the back of the camera because it's just actually way too dark, and the sand, you can't really see through the sand. But I'm basically set up this sort of composition, and my plan is to be sitting somewhere around there in the yellow dress, and then I will be facing this sort of very glorious soft light that we have over there. And then I have the mountain peak in the background. Really going to have to emphasize the use of these squiggly lines to create that foreground interest. And I think it should work out. I am photographing this on my 16-35, my 5D Mark IV, and I'm actually at 35 because it is a little bit more pleasing as a tighter crop. Anyways, time to get changed. So I think I got one that I actually quite like. The city one didn't really work. I don't know. I feel like this, you just need to be standing in this one to kind of help break the scene up. But I might have to move myself because I was using my shutter release remote, so I really couldn't see where I was posing, so I might have to slightly shift myself over in Photoshop. But anyways, let me show you guys what I got. So basically, this is the one I like the most, and again, I'm going to have to move myself around. I don't know, I'm really going to have to play with this one. It's kind of been a tricky shot, but this might work. But I love the way that the dress flows. I really love the way that, I really love the way that it flows. And then I do have some Photoshop. You can see my footprints over there, so I'm going to have to Photoshop all those little footprints out. And then I'm going to do a long exposure sky because it's just absolutely gorgeous right now, as always. And yeah, I am pretty happy with how this turned out.
Have dust on my boots of 1,000 cathedrals, and I have taken my place with bended knees, and I have raised my voice with a multitude of angels whose nests were treasured by your trees.
everyone. I am back in Canada, as you can see. And let me tell you, what a whirlwind of a trip. Oh my goodness, that was absolutely incredible. This past 8 days that I've had in Death Valley. So I decided that I'm going to break this video up into 2 parts. Simply just because I don't have this one image edited that I do really want to talk about, and I want to make sure that I spend the proper amount of time editing it and the proper amount of time talking about it, because it's a crazy image and it does fit with the theme of this video about it being unexpected. So what at the beginning of the video I talked about how like I had a plan, which I did, and my plan was to do a video about how it's hard to, because I knew I would be on the tour and it's mostly focused on landscape photography. So the plan was to tell a video or create a video that was talking about how it's hard to tell stories with landscape photography. And then that all just fell apart and I just ended up creating yellow dress images. So the image that you just saw, that was also very unexpected as well. I had about 30 minutes to myself to just create because everybody was just in their own zone at the Ibex dunes and they were all off doing their own thing. So I jumped at the opportunity to create a yellow dress self-portrait. I really like this one. It's different than the other one. It's a lot more subtle. And then you're going to see in next week's video, the other image is really dramatic and wild. So yeah, it's just interesting that they're kind of very similar images in a way, that it's sand dunes in yellow dresses, but also very, very different. So of course, on this tour, I had a blast as always and made a bunch of new friends, and everybody was great. We all had a wonderful time. We definitely worked ourselves to exhaustion. As landscape photographers, we all know sunrise and sunset and just go, go, go all day is definitely full on, but absolutely worth it. There's more that I want to share with you guys as well, which I'm going to do in the next video because I want to reflect on it a little bit. But I did meet someone on the tour and yes, he is great, but I don't want him to think that I'm super weird. So I can't just full on gush about it because I've just been gushing about it since I've been back. So stay tuned for that because I do have some stuff to share about that. I'll tell you one thing about him actually. This was really, really sweet. So everybody who's been to Death Valley and you've stayed at the ranch, like the Furnace Creek Ranch, you all know that this is kind of it's a great place, but it's also not a great place, but it's one of the only places to stay. So you just kind of deal with the problems that come. And every year my room always has an issue. That's fine. We always get it sorted, but it's ridiculous that, yeah, it's always me. So this year, I was out with 2 of the participants, one being the fellow that I met, and we went out for dinner. We had a few drinks and then we came back to our hotel rooms, and our rooms are actually right beside each other. So I was just hanging out with them in theirs for a little bit and chatting. And then when I went to go to my room to go to bed, I noticed that my key was my key to my door, it was flashing green, which indicated it was working, but the door was pretty much jammed or stuck or locked. Stuck. Yeah, I don't know what was wrong with it, but it was not opening. And this is about 12:30 a.m. at night. So pretty late and needed to get back into my room. The maintenance was really not helpful. The front desk staff was not helpful. It was pretty much at that point. Oh, by the way, I was in my pajamas while this was all happening, still sitting in the hallway. At that point, the only option was going to be that they put me in a new room until maintenance could come and open up my room for the next day. But that was problematic because my stuff was in the room and I needed it for sunrise. So if I didn't get in the room, I would have not been able to go out on the shoot. So this fella, Antonio, at nighttime, since our rooms were right beside each other, he went out the back of the balcony because I actually left my balcony unlocked. I was just over there visiting, so I didn't lock it up, thank goodness. But he ended up scaling the balconies of this hotel to go in and unlock my door for me. And he actually had to do it again the next day. So we actually got video of him doing it. It was really, really funny. Anyways, the whole hotel staff the next day when I was dealing with this problem, they just kept talking about my knight in shining armor that went in and let me in. And I just was laughing because I was thinking, are you guys worried about someone falling off your balconies, letting people in the room? Anyways, he is super sweet. And I do have a lot more to share about this, but again, we'll save it for the next video. So anyways, as always, the tour was a blast, and I'm just really, really looking forward to the next one, which is in New Zealand with Josh in April, and we're gonna do this all over again. Please subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Thanks for coming along all my crazy journeys, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
You've had me all along. We've gone